Okay, Mark Crompton, this is a very unusual event. An angler going head-to-head in two ABTs and winning two in a row is virtually unprecedented. Congratulations on a great achievement. Must feel awesome.
It's a dream. I'm lost, mate. I really am.
Before I ask you about your techniques, one thing I've got to teach you about is proing up. You put an extra $100 in, you can get even more money at the end. We're going to teach you about that.
I laughed when he said, "You want to pro up?" I said, "You're joking. I've done my dash up there." Like, no, don't worry about it.
So, Clarence River, it's another river you haven't been to before. Just run us through a little bit of the preparation you do when you're coming to a place you've never been to.
Yeah, so Google Maps, pretty solid. I do quite a lot of research into the inside Genesis sort of side of things. It hasn't been too much mapped up here in that sort of respect. I did a lot of mapping over the weekend with it, but so for the grand final there'd be a fair bit up there for everyone. But look, to be truthfully honest, I've been paying more attention to Gippsland. I've been really looking into Gippsland a lot because it's so big, because there was no chance of winning this again. So I just paid a lot more attention into that, and I just thought I'm just going to come up here and just have a look and try and just relay what I've learnt in other places to here. I sort of found a lot of the fish that I caught today were milking, and in Sydney Harbour I find when they milk like that they'll pull on poles, and I put two and two together today, and that's what I found.
So I saw you committed pretty heavily to a little stretch of Oyster Channel near the tavern. A lot of poles, a lot of pontoons and stuff there, and you threw your ever-reliable cranker crab. Can you run us through the technique?
Yeah, look, I had a couple of techniques that I used with the crabs today. One of them basically dead sticking, but I found towards the end of the day the fish, I think they'd seen it too many times. There were a lot of them swimming around with one hanging out of their mouth because I got dusted a few times, but just getting it down next to the pole, and then I was giving it like a quick flick up every now and then, jumping it up. I don't know sometimes whether that was sort of just making them look at it. You don't know what the fish are doing under the water, so I just tried to liven things up every now and then because it'd go slow. I knew the fish were there, so I just kept staying there, and I'd have sections where I wouldn't get a fish for 40 minutes or so, but then I'd go back to one particular pole and there'd always be a good fish on that one. So I just kept in that one area, that one zone. Everybody would have probably seen me there today, and that was the section that worked for me. The bloke in the house come out and spoke to me. He said, this section, it's all either fallen away or eroded. They've had to put all new posts in because it's all, the bar changed. Look, I just thought, I'll stay there. I've caught fish there. I don't know the place well enough to jump around.
Well, you've done very, very well. What sort of outfit do you fish these with? You said you lost 15 crabs, maybe? You got dusted 15 times?
I lost more than that. I lost 16 yesterday, and I lost about 28 today, 26 or 28 today. I'm not too sure. But
and are most of those to fish?
No, 15 were to fish today, and the rest were to bottom. But like Warren said, if you're not chucking them where you're going to lose them, you're not fishing with them.
And what sort of gear do you throw it on?
I'm normally on 4 pound. I went to 5 pound today. I went to 8, didn't get the bites, only because I got dusted so many times, and just didn't get the bites. So the 5, I just had to lock them up and just hope and pray to get them out. But I lost a lot bigger. So.
Well, you're a dead set favourite now for the AOY this year, and with a couple of events to go, you'd have to be looking forward to completing your season. Yeah, look, that's my dream. That's what I've said to my wife. I just want to have a crack at the AOY this year. That's what we said at the beginning, and So, Mark, obviously you've got a few sponsors to thank.
Yeah, look, I'd like to thank Hobie. Hobie are a great company, a great family to fish for. They've they're running the Hobie Worlds now. Foster is the next Hobie Worlds qualifier, and everybody that I speak to that are just getting into the sport are they're getting into the Hobies. They're a cheap, efficient way of getting into tournament fishing, and it's a great future for the sport because they jump into this eventually. Lawrence, awesome product, and they've been giving us some really good support this year. Their Inside Genesis stuff is just it's sensational, and the guys at Evinrude with the new G2, that thing's that's paving the way now, isn't it? So it's a great engine, and it's really good to have their support. JML for being the sponsor for this round, and obviously you guys from ABT. It's it's a credit to you.
Well, congratulations, mate. You're in a rare position there. You can try for 3 in a row at the next event down in Victoria.
Cheers.
Okay, Grayson Fong, is this the first one you've won as a non-boater?
My first non-boating event down in Port Macquarie, I managed to win that, but that was back in 2009. I actually just had a look at the footage the other day, and I was like, that was a long time ago, but came second here last year, so yeah, wanted to come back and better that if I could.
So you were the only non-boater to get 10 out of 10 fish this weekend. What was the secret? What were the baits and what was the technique?
Well, the secret for me, I think, was the Z-Man grub. Last year I threw them all weekend, and they're actually quite good, and they just, the tail on them like just sits in the current, and the bream just come and pick it up. And so I bagged out each day with the Z-Man grub, and then upgraded to the bigger fish on the cranker crab.
You caught 5 out of 5 each day. Were they the only 5 you caught each day, or did you catch more than that and do some upgrading?
Nah, I did heaps of upgrading. Actually, yesterday with Brito, we did a fair bit of upgrading because we just basically, went through the fish. That's what Browns is like. You just got to grind it out and get through the fish there, get through your 5, take any upgrades you can get. And then, when we could go for the bigger fish, I knew the cranker crab is just a big fish sort of bait. So, I was thinking about going to it earlier, but I knew, reliability is first. So, I went to the Z-Man, and that was very reliable.
What was the tackle you used to throw these baits?
So I used a NV from 13 Fishing, NV 610 rod, and that was an NV Black, and Daiwa 2506s in acetate. Just love the NV Blacks. They're just great rods, nice and stiff. You can normally feel, like, very sensitive, so you can feel the plastic on the bottom, and really good when you're pitching crabs into the washes on rock walls and stuff like that, so you're just drawing the crab back, so giving it a bit more of a natural sort of feel.
Are you fishing it on braid or mono?
I'm fishing it on braid. I'm using a 4-pound leader and using about 7 foot of it. I find I don't want too much stretch. Sometimes it can be a little bit too much going too long in the leader, but 4 pounds heaps up here. You just basically back off that drag and let them run around, and they eventually pop up.
One final question, grand finals here in the end of the year, you'd have to be favourite now.
I can't wait. I love this arena. It's big, but the fish have been concentrated in a few areas, normally down river. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be a different bite because it's a different time of year, but I fished here in summer in a teams event, and Browns Rocks, I'll be there.
So, Grayson, fishermen get the ladies, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do.
Not tradies get the ladies. All right, definitely the fishers get the ladies.